Excuse me, Headmaster Block.
Yes?
Records seem to be very important to you.
Order is very important. Records are a tool to that end.
I have a loose leaf binder for spells.
Commendable. Maybe you can do something with this, then. There is no room for a spell in my files. Archive it, Mr. Weathervane.
Gladly. So, I'll get back to work then.
Be my guest.
A spell. Someone has written a note in the margin. Headmaster Pinkerton, this spell is currently circulating throughout the school. It opens tabs, knots, loops, and the like. By now, there is hardly a student or teacher in this school who still has their pants around their waists and not their ankles. We need to stop this immediately. It seems magic isn't always limited to serious things. If I put a coin into the gap in the door on the same side as the hinges, the door won't open anymore. Done, and the caretaker never twigged. Oh, hello.
Why have you always got to be in my face?
I think there's a coin stuck in the door. Can't open it anymore.
Did you stick a coin in there?
No?
I hate it when the doors get blocked.
Quick now. Omnia nunc aperero. Ha ha, he didn't twig. Got them. One of these keys has got to fit. Ah, there we go.
What are those noises, Professor Weathervane?
I was just removing an ugly stain from our display case. Our school's achievements should be there for all the world to see as a shining example.
Well said.
Right then, sleeves rolled up, a song on the lips, and up we go. Who am I trying to fool? The dirt is rock hard and impossible to shift, and the broom's too big for me, and the hole's huge, and I hate cleaning. It'd take me hours to get this done. There must be a better way. Let's see. Why work when you can do magic? Well, this should be interesting. The flames have turned green and the fire is suddenly cool. I guess it worked. It's not a normal fire anymore. It's cool and can take me anywhere on the Fireplace Travel Network. I guess I just have to think of the symbols that are painted on the plan next to the library fireplace. Owl, worm, rat. Owl, worm and rat. Wow! Wherever the missing library is, I'm inside it now. Huh? Hello?
What is it?
What does it want here?
My name is Wilbur Weathervane. Who is speaking?
It's scary. It should not be here.
What the?
It's trying to break loose. Help!
It has awakened. What does it want?
Who are you?
We are books, so,
Yes, books. That is the word.
And you're alive?
That is none of your business.
Would you mind letting me get up? It's pretty uncomfortable here.
haha, never.
But at some point you'll have to let me get up.
Is that possible?
What?
That we, sooner or later, have to let him get up?
No idea.
The answer to your question is,
Okay. Okay, I'll just lie here for now.
ha, exactly. Like,
So, the missing library's your home?
it, isn't missing.
It was here the whole time.
Well, for the rest of us out there, it wasn't there.
Out there?
You know, in the school.
Shoe? You know anything about them?
You wear them on your feet.
So you mean your feet thought the thing here had disappeared?
I'm not being funny, but you seem to be pretty confused to me.
Confused? Ha! We are, we're books. We know everything.
All right then. So come on, tell me. What type of books are you?
Well, me? Well, I'm a big, fee book. And my comrade here is, Thingy.
I am you write words in it and explain them.
Hey, yeah, a written word explanation book.
There's something pretty weird here. How about we try and figure out what's going on here? What do you reckon?
You can't trust it.
We don't know what it is.
It is not a book.
I say we throw it out the window so that its leaves are scattered to the four winds.
I think you're right. It has its own thoughts, and that is not a good thing. I think.
Well, I think you're getting a little bit carried away with yourselves.
Careful!
It's tearing itself loose. It's coming right for us. What a monster!
Look you, I won't hurt you, but something really weird is going on here. And I am not gonna let you throw me out the window.
Make it go away. We don't like it.
We know it not. It scares us.
Nasty hobbit!
A note. This is a spell. I think it's even... Yes! The fire spell! The most important spell of all to a mage! I finally have it! If it weren't so scary here, the library could be a really nice place. I think it once was. You don't see doilies anywhere else in the school. Empty. Everything that might once have been in there seems to be spread across the desk. I need wood for a fireplace, and instead of burning books or a shelf, I'd rather have something that no one seems to use. It would be better if the headmaster never finds out about this. 1 or 2 blank sheets of paper out of my notepad should be enough. Igni faxius ignis ferro. I'm slowly getting the hang of this.
What did it do?
It summoned the Red Devourer.
I wonder if the books were always alive, or were they brought to life because of this place? And shouldn't books be terribly wise creatures? Why are the ones here so simple-minded? That's strange. The writing is very pale and fuzzy. It's almost as if... I have to get used to these living books. The books have all retreated to the shelves. I don't know which ones attacked me. Not sure this desk was meant for students. It might have belonged to the librarian. Looking at the tools, a large part of the work must have been the care and repair of books. Oh, this book is in worse than poor condition. The glue has given up the ghost and now several pages are missing. Here's one of the pages. I'll take it with me. If I could repair the book, that might convince the other books that I mean them no harm. I would have to sew the missing pages together and then glue them to the book spine.
Dum-de-doodle-oo.
Huh? Do you know anything about book repair?
I know everything.
You have to sew the pages together, right? A few at a time.
Correct. The so-called quires.
And these quires are then glued to the book?
Correct. For which you need wheat starch paste.
I don't have any of that.
Alternatively, alchemically manufactured adhesives or some natural products, such as troll snot, can be used.
Troll snot?
Correct. Troll snot forms the basis of many industrial adhesives.
Thank you for this valuable and somewhat disgusting information. Cheers. I could pull the thread through the hook at the end of the bone and use it as a kind of a needle. It worked! And I can even sew. Mum showed me while Dad was teaching Sydney how to weld. I could sew the pages into a quire later, but I still haven't found all of them. That's the 6th sheet. I think there's only one missing now. If I could repair the book, that might convince the other books that I mean them no harm. I would have to sew the missing pages together and then glue them to the book spine. Listen, I won't hurt you. I've been looking for you. You and the library should come back to the school.
Make it go away!
It scares us.
But I won't hurt you. How can I prove that?
Go away! Go away!
That was the last of the fireplace travel powder, but I think it was enough. At the moment, I have no questions. Did you make the library disappear? Do you know how to make it reappear?
It should leave us alone.
Maybe we can help each other. One hand washes the other.
It wants to wash us, so the last bit of ink will blur.
Oh,
Ah!
No, talking isn't helping here. I just have to prove to them I'm their friend. Excuse me, Headmaster Block.
Yes?
About those tasks.
Yes?
I was in the library. It's fine, more or less.
Really? Where is it?
Well, it's not easy to get into. You just need a little bit of magic.
Unfortunately, that is unacceptable. The library is a room like every other room in this building, and it has to live with the fact that staff and students may want to enter it in the conventional manner. Through the door.
But how?
I do not care how. Get the room back, Professor. And then I can finally return this loose page to where it belongs.
The hall's already as good as cleaned.
As good as. No half measures, dear colleague.
The cobwebs in the hall are a long way up.
And?
You may not have noticed, but I'm a rather average-sized gnome.
That is no excuse. Get to work.
Can't one or two of the kobolds just stay here in the school? After all, they are magical creatures, and students could examine them and take them for walks.
Rioting kobolds in my school? I'll have none of it. They have to go.
Ah, shame that. What I wanted to... That note you have there, it looks like a page from a book.
Yes, indeed. It's an incomplete travelogue. The traveler, apparently a researcher, speaks of a country called Laputa. The arts, sciences, languages, and crafts are revolutionary. Very exciting concepts, but unfortunately, the book is incomplete.
If you give me the page, I might be able to find the rest of the book for you.
Thank you. I'd like the whole story. I'm sure the tale will end well and will serve as a role model for us. Here, take it.
Ta! So, I'll get back to work then.
Be my guest.
All right, now I'll sew the 7 together. Done! A beautiful new choir for a book. He's already done with the floor. At least, I'd call it clean enough. If it were any more clean, it would just point out how dirty everything else is. Okay, Broom, you can stop. Broom, that's it. Hey, stop! Stop, I said! Oh, I may have a little problem. Look here, isn't it pretty? That's not true. Got it from my grandmother. It's an heirloom. And wow, it means a lot to me.
Thank you for showing it to me.
Ha ha! I tricked you. I wanted your snot in the cloth.
Oh, wow. You're so great. Snot.
nut, Joe.
All right, I'll smear a little troll snot along the spine. Ugh. And then I'll carefully glue the quire in. Done! As good as new. I attempted to rise, but was not able to stir. For, as I happened to lie on my back, I found my arms and legs were strongly fastened on each side to the ground. The same was the case with my very long and thick hair. I likewise felt several slender ligatures across my body, from my armpits to my thighs. I could only look upwards. The sun began to grow hot, and the light offended my eyes.
You can read me?
Well, of course. You are actually one of my favorite books.
Read on.
You mean you can?
Books cannot read. We have to be read. When no one reads us, our stories fade and we forget who we are.
Oh, that is so sad. I would love to help you all, but I've so much to do and I can't possibly read you all.
Reading books is ancient magic. You can travel to foreign places, the past and the future.
What does that mean?
There's always time for a good book.
Well, okay then. Who wants to go first?
Me, pick me.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. That was great! I'm going to repeat that as soon as possible. Well, how did I do? And how long was I gone?
Not long enough.
Wow! It looks like this library has finally returned to life. What is this? Laws of Avantasia. Hello? Are you alive? You're not going to bite my finger off if I open you, right? In Bracken, men are forbidden by law from giving their wives a nasty look on Sundays. In Belzing, women are forbidden to wear fake moustaches if said wearing could incite temple visitors to laughter. Strange laws. What else have our legislators come up with? In Shindula, men and women over 18 years are prohibited by law from opening their mouths while smiling if doing so would reveal more than one missing tooth. Oh, come on. No one could really come up with this stuff. These are the silliest laws I've ever heard of. In Seastone, public employees under 1.5 meters in height are not allowed to work at heights of more than 3 meters. I take it all back. This book is coming with me. Sorry. Bye! That's it! I locked him out! Headmaster, have a look at this.
What do you have?
Heaps of old laws and regulations.
Indeed. Fantastic.
Do you think they're still valid?
But of course. As long as the law was not formally repealed, it has the same validity as the day it was adopted.
One of the laws says that government employees under 1.5 meters in height are not allowed to work at heights of more than 3 meters.
Veritably.
And yet you want me to remove the cobwebs in the hall, the cobwebs on the 5-meter high ceiling.
Oh, of course. Professor Weathervane, I wish to formally apologize. I should not have asked you to perform such a task. I did not know the law.
Ignorance is no excuse, but I forgive you. Can we then consider the task of removing the cobwebs as off the list?
But of course. Please, leave the book here with me. An old code of laws can be of great help in building a new order.
The fire looks perfectly normal again. Probably the last bit of fireplace travel powder has been burned out. It doesn't matter. I can enter the library through the door now. Oh, what happened to these books?
A sad story. Their fate was sealed by the leaky roof.
Well, maybe I can fix them.
It's too late for that.
Correct. That's why we should help them before they're destroyed.
Oh, no, not this again.
We've already been through all this. The book friend hasn't got time for silliness.
Time is irrelevant. You are irrelevant.
The books are ruined, and there's nothing we can do to change that.
A great team. I didn't read all of the books. Once I got started, many of the books remembered their texts. It was as if they were awakening from a long sleep. I only had to read a few sentences, and they were able to remember who they were again. The text came back, black as coal and crisp, and they began to quote from their contents. All at once. It was fantastic. Hello, friends.
He who from the world retires, void of hate is blessed. Who a friend's true love inspires, leaning on his breast.
Ah, very nice.
Wilbur, friend of books, has returned. Hail to our king!
Come on, I didn't do that much.
It is a kingly act to assist the fallen.
You seem to all be doing well again.
Oh, we have so many stories to tell, so much knowledge to share.
Tomorrow, I'll bring my students here. They could use a few good books.
And we could use them.
Are all you books alive, then?
No, even here there are books that cannot emanate magic. Some books stay dead, no matter how often you read them.
Oh, I had a math book in school once. It was just like that.
Mm-hmm, I can imagine.
You said earlier that you need the students. What for?
You experienced it yourself. Books that are no longer read lose their power. They fade, they're forgotten. Our ideas and our knowledge only stay alive for as long as we're read.
At last, the door to the library's reappeared. Things are going to get a lot livelier around here.
Oh, let's hope so. We don't want the library to be so ashamed of us that it hides again.
Is that why it disappeared?
Philosophy books that can't hold a thought. Dictionaries almost speechless. Travel books that have lost their way. We were not a collection one to be proud of.
I've got to go. Lots to do. Ta-ra.
Goodbye, Wilbur. And take time for a good book.
Whatever. And you? Who are you?
From the spirits that I call, sir, deliver me.
Aha! A suitable book. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Tell me, how did the apprentice get rid of the enchanted broom in the book again?
Back now, broom, into the closet. Be thou as thou wert before, until I, the real master, call thee forth to serve once more.
Back now, broom, into the closet. Be thou... There has to be a way. Back now, broom, into the closet. Be thou as thou wert before. Oi! I said into the closet. Ah, well, at least that nightmare is over and the entrance hall is swept. Now I can go see Headmaster Block. It seems to be back to normal. The magical interlude doesn't seem to have left any scars. All tasks completed in record time. I think that proves that I was a good choice for the school, doesn't it?
Wilbur, what do you want now?
I just want to say I've completed all the tasks.
You have? As was to be expected. There are a few other things. The other floors have yet to be cleared of rubble. And there are holes in the roof. Also, we have a problem with giant spiders in the basement. In addition, take care of the banquet for tomorrow.
Headmaster Block?
Shoo, shoo! I want to call it a day.
But it's impossible for me to finish by tomorrow.
Impossible? Impossible? I thought nothing was impossible for Mr. Gnome.
You and the council leader, you two will never get away with this.
All floors, the roof, the basement, and the food before tomorrow morning. You come up with a way to get it done.
What do you say to that? That's unfair. Nobody could do all these tasks alone. I don't even need to try. I'd best go into town and talk to Remy in the inn. Maybe he'll know what to do. Hello?
Wilbur, I've been waiting for you for a long time.
You've been waiting for me?
Of course, for many years, since way back then.
But I don't think I've ever seen you before.
You didn't.
Of course you have. Many years in the past. It just hasn't happened yet.
Who are you?
Call me Emmett. Emmett, the Book of Time Travel.
Alternatively, Emmett the Scatterbrain. I know everything there is to know about time travel.
Captain Nate travelled back in time. He had an amulet from the Archmage.
But our bewildered friend here thinks you can just zip around the time stream without the use of any magic at all. Just into the past. The future isn't written yet. Have you never heard of the word paradox, eh?
If it were possible, we could save those poor books from being soaked through. And how exactly does this all work? Time travel without magic, I mean.
Why, how all journeys with books work. You read about a time, imagine it, and then, great Scott, you're there. Hey presto, tra-la-la. It's that simple. Precisely. If it didn't work, I wouldn't be telling you about it.
It can't hurt to try. Send me to the past.
Are you absolutely certain? The past is a strange place.
Tell me about it.
Well, listen. And the world was the same, and yet different.
What is this? There's no trace of the librarian at this point in time either. There's a few broadhead nails. Maybe for nailing books with wooden covers. I'll take a few. Apart from everything looking so strange, not much has changed in the library. Just a few more books and a little less dust, that's all. Tell me. Those books in the corner there, how long have they been like that?
A tragic story. A few years ago, somebody was supposed to repair a hole in the roof, but they forgot.
That's why I'm here. I just don't think I've travelled back far enough.
You don't say.
A book about time travel sent me here. Where is it?
He never shut his flap about his crazy theories, so we took care of it.
Why does everything suddenly look so strange in here?
Strange? What do you mean, strange?
It's never looked any different.
But it did. In my time, it was all much sharper and somehow more detailed.
Oh, so things look sharper in the future.
Yes, it feels a little harder to move about too.
Have you suffered a knock to the head recently, my young friend? Perhaps you should consult a medicus.
I'm just going to take a little look around here.
Please yourself.
Burying a book underneath its peers. How could you? What the others did to you wasn't very nice.
Books are very stubborn. Once you've written something in them, it's very difficult to change their mind.
The books are already rotten. If I want to save them, I'll have to go even further into the past.
Further? Into the past?
Of course. You sent me here from the future.
Then it worked! I always knew it would!
Send me a few more years into the past. Please.
How do I do that?
Well, you tell me about the past, and I imagine exactly what it was like.
I see. All right then. A few years ago, things were very different around here.
What's this? Dear Wilbur. Hey, a message from the time travel book. Shortly after you travelled back to your time, I left the library. There was a lot out there to discover. Time travel must be possible, even without magic and outside of a magical library. Don't you agree? I want to thank you for everything, book friend, for saving those curmudgeonly old books. Above all, for giving me a topic, nay, even more, a passion. Take this gift as thanks. May it always keep your clever head dry. Wow! What a stylish hat! Something's weird here. No one could finish all those tasks by tomorrow.
Doodaloo, doodaloo.
Huh?
Dum-de-doodaloo.
Yes?
That is not correct.
What do you mean?
The tasks could be completed.
Yeah, by any real mage professor.
No, most mages do not enjoy physical work at all. They let others do the work.
But I don't have the gold to pay an army of craftsmen.
For centuries, mages have relied on golems for help. They are strong, work without breaks, and need no pay.
Ah, that sounds interesting. But I think I'm going to talk to Remy at the inn first.
Lock the door.
Very well, Headmaster Block.